Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching live, if you're watching after the event, if you're listening on Spotify, thank you so much. So I've had so many questions recently. I get lots all the time, but so many are similar, and I wanted to address them in these espressos. So I'm going to do one every Thursday for the month of March. So it's like 3 or 4. And I've picked the top ones. And I wanted to speak firstly about LinkedIn. Like we speak a lot about it, a lot of people use it, but specifically for job seekers, I speak to so many people that they don't quite know, they want to leverage it, they're not sure. So I wanted to go like on the record and go through step by step how you can use it to find a job if you're out of work, or if you're looking for your next leadership role, if you're looking for your next position, and you felt like you've got a bit stuck. So these are I'm going to go through pretty much a step-by-step guide. But firstly, apart from LinkedIn, there's a bunch of other social media, so it's not the only show in town. But for work and business and professional use, it's fantastic. And also, like a lot of people say now, it's really difficult because of the pandemic, right? Everyone's at home and you can't do the normal things that you would do pre-pandemic to find a job. So much of the activity is networking, like meeting people, going for a coffee. If your industry happens to be in the same postcode, meeting people, bumping into them, going to a cocktail party, going to the pub, like all of this like face-to-face human contact that most people like did to find work right now doesn't exist anymore. Well, it will do, but we've also got another amazing world, which is the virtual world. And for me, it's just such an amazing opportunity right now, and in fact even better than it was before. Think about it. So look at LinkedIn. It has billions of users, probably, I don't know how many. And your current boss, your current CEO, your next colleague, pretty much everyone is on LinkedIn in some way or another, and it's such a fabulous opportunity. So to start with, make sure your profile is all up to date. Standard stuff, right? A lot of people talk about this, but make sure you've got it right. Picture, your profile description, make sure all of your job titles, dates, make sure it looks awesome. And remember, it's a screenshot. So when they go on your profile, within that first screenshot, because people aren't looking for too long, but make sure they can see exactly what you're about. So if it's a headhunter, if it's someone that's hiring internal TA, someone like that, they can understand exactly what you're all about from the moment they see. Now, that's all done, but a lot of people then find it difficult. They're not quite sure where to start to engage with people. So for me, you've got to really dive into the conversation, engage, don't hesitate, don't hold back. So if you're in the search bar, think of something that's relevant to your industry. So if you're a software engineer, maybe put like Java or C++ or something like that. And then you'll see like millions and millions of posts will come up. Then you can order it. So you order it by post. So all these posts comes up and you've got almost an unlimited number of posts of people that are relevant to the industry that you're in. And then you can start engaging. So like, comment, and your comment can just be great post. Thank you for sharing. And as you start to get into the habit of it, you start to get more comfortable, you engage more. Now, those people will start to see you liking their comment. They'll then start to look at your profile. You'll then see, if you check out how many people have viewed your profile, like many, many more people will start to view your profile. So you'll start to engage. Then you can start to do posts as well. And you become part of the conversation. And these people are recognizing you. So you start to share stuff. And it can even be, just to start with, you find an article on Harvard Business Review, you share it with a little comment, or you find a really interesting post from a CEO that runs a tech firm that you're keen to work for. Share that post, comment on it, and suddenly you're visible. You're engaging in the conversation. People are noticing you. Then you'll start to find people are going to start looking at your profile. They'll start messaging you. You're going to find more opportunities. It feels like it's just it's such an amazing opportunity that you've got to grasp if you're looking for work now. It's just fantastic. So many people that I've spoken to have started to really use it properly, have started to see the volume of opportunities like rise completely. Because once you start engaging and you start liking people's stuff and you start commenting, then when you start to connect with them, you send them a little message, a DM, ask them for a coffee, networking and stuff. Suddenly, you start to find that people are really engaging with you, and they're really interested and really open. I would say once you start engaging, liking and commenting on people's stuff, and then you want to meet them virtually, 9 out of 10 people will say yes if you write them the right kind of message, which we can go through another time. So such an important opportunity. I know it's difficult if you're out of work. There's so many moving factors, so many different things going on. It's also very isolating. You know, if you're at home and you've not looked for work for a while, then suddenly it's the pandemic and there's all of these things are coming at you. You know, just take a moment and take a breath and just appreciate, you know, from the different perspective. So for me, it's just unbelievable, these social media platforms and the technology available to you to find work right now. Depending on the sector you're in, depending on what you're doing, people have been hiring, people are hiring. You know, networking is going on virtually. This is like the modern day networking, the modern day cocktail party. You know, so until all of that stuff starts again, whenever that might be, wherever you are on the planet, right now humans have moved online, and all of this stuff is so accessible to everyone. You know, like there was a lot of conversation a few years ago about, you know, these old boy networks. So much of the world worked around, hey, can you meet my friend? They're great. You know, do you mind meeting them for a coffee? You know, are you hiring? Can you meet my son? Can you meet my daughter? You know, like that's a lot of that's how the world works. Now, you can approach people that you wouldn't normally have been able to have accessed. You know, every single CEO is on LinkedIn. A lot of them are commenting. You've got, never before have you had such direct access and the ability to communicate one-on-one, you know, with really senior people, business leaders, the types of people that you want to be engaging with and communicating with. So don't let the opportunity slip. Suck it up. I think you can spend like 5 to 10 minutes, that's it, per day, liking and commenting. Do it regularly. Start to post a few times a week. Just start getting into the habit. And not only will you find that hopefully you'll see more opportunities present themselves to you, but even if you're in work, you're going to find that getting your next job, getting the step above, is going to be a little bit easier, because, you know, everyone looks at your LinkedIn, everyone looks at you on social media, and if you're engaging and contributing in the conversation in your industry, it's fabulous. So that's it for me for this one. If you need any advice or anything on that, feel free to message me. But jump in the conversation. Don't hesitate. Don't hold back. And yeah, good luck.